invite only hoops, man.
So are you from Jacksonville, Florida?
No. I'm originally from Hopkinsville, Kentucky.
Hopkinsville, Kentucky?
Yeah.
How did you make your way to Jacksonville, Florida?
It started, my mom got a job back when I was a youngin'. We moved to Lake City.
Okay.
So I moved to Lake City. I played with Columbia for a few. I actually went and played with Scotty Hobson. You probably don't know him. He played overseas, played at University of Tennessee.
Okay.
At University Heights Academy. But unfortunately, that didn't work out for me with the way my behavior was kind of bad, man, back then. But anyway, fast forward, we get back to Lake City, and we played for Columbia. Went to Columbia, and I actually got to college, man. It was funny. I ain't have nothing on the table at the time, my senior year, nothing on the table at all. I went to a camp in Orlando, and Coach Danny Pearson from EWC used to be the assistant coach out there. He seen me out there playing and offered me pretty much on the spot.
Played for EWC?
I got to EWC in 2007.
2007?
I graduated in 2012. I redshirted the first year.
I like playing for HBCU.
I was just happy to be in college.
Yes, sir.
I was just happy to be able to get a free degree that my mama didn't have to pay for. With me, it didn't matter. Because at the end of my 12th grade season, I was kind of like, man, I ain't going to school, man. Ain't nobody fooling with me. I had some things go wrong that deterred the journey. So once EWC went to calling, it was pretty much EWC was going to be it out of that. It was out of EWC and Greensboro College.
Yes, sir.
But Greensboro wanted to give me a partial, and EWC wanted to do the full thing.
What's the difference between a partial and a full scholarship for those who don't know?
Partial, you only going for a set amount of time.
Oh, okay.
You know, with that full ride, they're going to pay you 4 years. But even now today, they're not even doing full rides for real. They give you 1 year deals unless you're a big time 5-star athlete. Everybody else is going to be year to year pretty much now.
Mandarin to come to Reebok?
I think it was time for a change. It was time for a change. You know, a lot of people don't know this, but I want to be a college basketball coach at some point.
Okay.
So I figured, the journey would be go be a head JV coach, because last year I just interned for Coach Ray, who was down. He was sick, and Coach McLeod was sick. So I got to intern 13 JV games and ended up going 12-1, and I interned 2 varsity games and went 2-0. So it was more of just pretty much trying to put myself in a position where I could be a head coach. So that's pretty much made my decision on leaving Mandarin.
What made you want to be a head basketball coach, or just pursue coaching, period?
Well, when it first started, I didn't want to be a coach. I didn't want to coach basketball at all, because I felt kids wasn't on this, and I didn't want to deal with the parents. I didn't want to deal with the politics or none of that had anything to do with basketball. I think now the journey is just fun, man. I'm still having fun with it. I enjoy helping the kids. I think the relationship with me and the kids is relatable. You know what I'm saying? It's more than just basketball that I talk to them about. Talk to them about their life, their problems, whatever it is. Pretty much, the basketball is just a source of. That's what brings us together. But all in all, I think me with several kids around Jacksonville, the relationship is genuine between me and them. It's more than just basketball.
Is your program and your coaching and your training, is it open to everyone in Jacksonville?
Man, listen, I'm gonna clean it up. I will help any kid that want to be helped, man. I don't care about if you wearing my brand or somebody else. I don't care, because at the end of the day, it ain't about me. It's about me giving back and helping the kids. So here you hear it now from me. So if they do ask, I don't care what team you play on, you can come get some work with me anytime.
Okay, that's it.
PB Shack, everybody, I'm sure they know Big Mike, food truck. He do a lot of stuff for the community, man. Big shout out to him. Big shout out to Dream King Films. He was one of the sponsors.
Okay, shout out Dream King.
The JV Invitation Championship. Shout out to Duval Bell Bonds. They had their hand in the sponsorship as well. Also, I'd like to thank Pretty Potions for what they did for the team.
Not to cut you off, but I got a question. Why did you do a JV one instead of a varsity one?
I felt like JV needed something. They was missing something. They played the whole season, and it don't be nothing at the end for them. It be over. Versus varsity, you got your gateway, you got your district championship. You got tournaments that the coaches go put their teams in. It was something for them that would just be special for them, so they can have a little sense of excitement about playing for something.
Yes, sir.
Started back in 2016. Been running 5 years this year. Got quite a few good talent around the city that plays with us from 6th grade all the way up to 12th. We had a kid, William Spriggs, who played with us last year. He went off to play college basketball. We got another kid, Jadarius Kennedy. He went off to school with the family. He just went to school, which is always one of my things. I say, no matter how you get to school, let's go. So we try to step it up a little bit more and get some of these kids some more exposure.
Kids in school already with your program. Have you found any new ways to get more kids in the school?
I think the way to do it is probably more exposure, more game time. You know, we can be tricky with the college coaches and send them highlight tapes, but I don't think highlight tapes is the ultimate way to determine if you're going to be able to play on a college level or not. I think we just record more, go to places where college coaches at, where they live streaming, and try to pull the games and send them to some of the college coaches to help some of the kids.
Okay, yes, sir. Speaking of colleges, so being that you got one, what kids do you got playing for OTOD for right now?
We got
high school
kids. We got. We'll start with 2021. We got a few at UC. Kobe, Royce, Dante at UC. Who else we got out there? 2021 class is tough. We got Jordan Pearson, who was at Hope Christian.
Yeah, I know about him. He's nice.
As far as 2022, we got Benny McDuffie, Mandarin, Khalil Samuels, Mandarin, Joshua Swan, Mandarin. We got Stephon Payne, Andre Myers.
Okay, you got a couple Jackson boys in there. Okay.
Did I say Drayton?
Oh, you got little Drayton. Yeah, that's my guy. That's my guy.
We got Amon. He played with us a couple times from Fleming Island.
Okay, he's nice. Little bitty.
Yeah.
Little bitty man.
Yeah,
I know who you're talking about.
We got the big kid at Mandarin 6'7". He played with us a couple times.
Okay.
Man, it's quite a few guys that done played on that 2022 team, man, that I didn't name. Tyreek at Sandalwood, he was one of them.
Okay.
Quite.
So we have this page called the Jacksonville United basketball page, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone has their opinions on basketball, coaching, whatever it may be. How do you feel about the Jacksonville United basketball page, and how does it help our community? I think it's a good page, but I want to hear someone else take it.
I think it's a good page. I think it's a lot of politics, no matter what it is. Popularity. I think some of it's popularity. With me being on there, I just kind of go off of how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And how I feel about basketball. One thing I know about basketball is seen differently through everybody's eyes. So when somebody voices their opinion, it is what it is. It's their opinion. You know, either you like it or you don't. Just move on from it, pretty much. I mean, I don't look too deep into that page, man. I think to me it's just all entertainment. It be some good feedback sometimes. If I take it, I take it. If I don't, I don't. Ain't no hard feelings with anybody in their opinion on how the way basketball should be ran in Jacksonville.
I feel like from what I see on the page, because I get on there to look at the next students, like the next big player, because they post a lot of players. But I feel like the number one thing is people talk about the strength of schedules between other schools. This school may be 20-0, but they didn't play anybody,
right.
And this school could be 10-14, but they didn't play number one, the top 10 schools in the nations. So, what's your take on that?
Let me ask you this: would you give your mediocre team the number one schedule in the city?
Nah.
Does that make any sense?
Not at all.
You got to make it make sense. If your team is very good, give them a tough schedule. If your team is a middle-of-the-road team, give them a middle-of-the-road schedule. If your team is not that good, put them around some people where they can compete. Because at the end of the day, if you go play, if Jackson, I'm gonna say Jackson because they're one of the top dogs in the city to me, as far as just high school basketball. If you go take Jackson, and no knock on, the cornerstone, or the Harvest Christians, and they play them, what is Jackson gonna benefit from that?
True.
What is Harvard's gonna benefit from getting beat by 50 rather than playing a team that you can compete with? Maybe you lose by 15 instead of 50. To me, that just doesn't make sense as far as pertaining to strength of schedule. You build your schedule on the team that you have. Not everybody's going to be able to compete with the top dogs in my head, so I don't see why we got this kid that's not very good playing against these kids that's very good. Neither one is getting anything out of me.
For those who need some personal basketball training, don't know any good coaches or good trainers, man, you open to any of that? Do you do any of that?
We do. I get in there and I mix it up, do a little training. But my main focus for me personally is coaching. I like to coach. The training side, I do it because it helps the kid and I know how to do it. But if you come to me and say, Coach, who do you recommend I go train with? I would personally send you to Will Holloman.
Okay.
Shout out Will Power Athletics. Reb.
Yeah,
Shout out Deuce 2 Training. I will send you to them. And Nick, Can't Cheat the Grind. I definitely would send you to him too as well, because I sat back, I watched those guys on the training platform and see the different things that they do. And I like it. You know, strength and conditioning, probably Butter. You know, everybody should go get some of that work from him. I personally seen what he has done over time, and he's doing a great job. All those guys I named doing a great job, man, first and foremost. Let's just say that. But, yes, OTOD does training. But if you want to come and ask me who you should go get training from, I'm going to tell you probably those 4 or 5 people.
Okay. So I recently dropped my top 10 list. I want to say about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Top 10 players in Jacksonville. Man, who your top 10 players in Jacksonville?
Top 10. I'm going to go
10. 10. This number 10.
Alex is one of my favorite.
Okay.
Debo. I like
Okay.
watching him. I like watching the kid side, Fletcher. I like watching Bobby, Bowles. I like Terrence too, streaky shooter. I like Terrence. That's 5. Now my other 5, let me see here, man. Orange Park, I like Josiah. I like the way he gets to the basket. Let's see who else one of my other favorites. I like watching Benny McDuffie. It's my little dog.
I can get Benny that.
Yeah,
I slept on him. I can get Benny that.
A lot of people sleep on my little dog.
I slept on
man,
Benny.
because he's only 5'2",
Yeah.
man. But it's okay. He'll D you up and he'll play both ends. Benny Mac, give me 10 is tough, man. When you just trying to think of 10, man. 10 is tough. See who else I seen over the week. 10, top 10. Who else you got? What other 3 you got on this?
On mine, I had that 3 that you missing.
Yeah,
Teron.
I had Tyron.
Okay, Teron. I had Justin.
Hicks.
Yeah, I had Justin.
I like Hicks.
Justin.
I think Hicks.
He was number 10 to me.
I think Hicks has definitely developed from last year to this year.
Oh, yeah.
His improvement has been
Oh, yeah.
very good. Shout out to Coach Rush, man.
Yeah, Coach Rush doing his thing, man. That's my guy right there. See, I had to look at my thing, but that was about 8. That's about 8 right there. Who is?
Quite a few kids I like to watch and see, man. I like to go see as far as pertaining to top 10.
Locos. He wasn't on my top 10, but I take some.
Like Loco.
Locos wasn't on my top 10, but now from what I've seen and what he do, if I can remake it, he definitely taking somebody off. I just can't think of who it is, but he taking somebody's spot. Oh, Danny Dollar for Bishop Kenny, man. Oh my God, Danny is crazy. Danny go crazy. Danny go crazy.
I like Danny.
Danny go crazy. Yep.
I like Danny. I think we got some pretty good coaches too around the city, man.
Yeah, we got some good coaches. Who's some of the coaches you? I really don't. I don't like asking coaches about other coaches because I don't know history. But you say you're comfortable. So, what coaches you think do a good job handling their programs?
I think Shaw would do a great job with what he has in front of him. Russ, I like what Russ doing out there at Snyder. I think it's Stroud at Episcopal. Is that his name?
Yeah.
I like some of the stuff he do too, man. Man, them guys play hard for him, man.
Yeah.
Let me see what else. Who else I like? James Collins. I like his defensive mastery that he does with those guys to make them play hard. I sat back and watched that a little bit. Who else, man? Who else? Man, low key, my favorite JV coach to watch is the guy from Fleming Island. Shout out to Chandler and his staff out there at Fleming Island too. I think he's one of the best JV coaches, man, pertaining to strategy that I've seen that I got to coach against on the other sideline. Also, the Antoine out there at Ponte Vedra, I think he's a pretty good JV coach as well. Just shout out to some of the guys.
I know who you're talking about. I know Antoine. I like their coaching staff, honestly. The Ponte Vedra, the whole thing. I like how they got literally all them guys play football.
Right. Man, I like to study the coaches just as well as the players too, man. I've been learning a lot from as far as like body language, delivery, communication. Learned a lot from a lot of the older guys. But I do think that Jacksonville at some point should get around to hiring more younger coaches because the game has changed so much. And I think it can help this generation of kids. You know, no knock on none of the older guys, but I think some of the younger guys, maybe we should step up and, you know, help in the basketball community a little bit more. You can follow OTOD on Facebook, OTOD Allstars Basketball, Instagram as well. What's up in store for us? Man, we're working on a good spring and summer, man. This summer should be very fun. We got a nice core of kids coming in. We got trials this Saturday for multiple age groups, girls as well. We got girls too, man. This is our second year with the girls program.
I got girls too. I just ain't started it yet.
Yeah,
Everybody only girls coming soon.
Yeah, we got a second year girls program that's on the rise. You know, the boys program been around for 5 years. Man, it's pretty much this year, man, pertaining to different teams. Different teams gonna take different routes because different people need different things. I think 2022 and 23 gonna try to do more some style of exposure basketball with everything that's going on for us, so we can give those guys a platform to at least have an opportunity to play in front of some college coaches and get to see some people. I think 9th and 10th, depending on how good they are, they'll take the same route. 8th grade, 8th and 7th, they pretty much got their own little route they're going to take, but they're going to be out of town some too. They're going to do some different things. But all in all, man, we're just excited about this upcoming season with OTOD, and we're going to try to see what they do.
Yes, sir.